Hello, Abdul Rahman. This is Tina Parsons with WGU. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. If I did not, I do so apologize for that. I was looking into your concern for which you received a warning for Software 2 Advanced Java Concepts QAM2 Task 1. Now, I did check your degree plan and I see where you have resubmitted this assessment. What I'm going to tell you in this short video here is what I would have told you had you scheduled an appointment to meet regarding this particular task. Now, what you're seeing right here is a side-by-side um, of a match. It's just a snapshot of your attempt, your first attempt on this, attempt 1. On the top here is a matching with the methods, especially your classes and methods. Um, are matching to another GitHub repository. This is the GitHub repository on top right here. Sorry, my mouse went rogue. This is the GitHub on top. This is yours on the bottom. But you see they're almost the same. I mean, they're just very little is changed about these. And as I went through each aspect of your submission and was looking at that, it's the same in every single one. The classes and methods, the similarities of the matches are just phenomenal. Anytime that you have a task like this, where due to the nature of that task, it will not generate a report, you want to be sure that you always go by your task overview page. This is where you'll find your task requirements and your rubric. And if you adhere to the criteria in the rubric and the task requirements and use your own sources, then it should be fine. Now, for any content, now I know a lot of times writing code, a lot of times you cannot change some of that content. So if it cannot be changed, then for anything that is affecting your originality like that, you want to contact your course instructor for your next steps to proceed. But whenever you're working on one like this, always stick to the competent column of your rubric and start with your first aspect. The competent column is where the evaluator will start. If they don't find what they're looking for here, they're going to move left to approaching competence. If they don't find it here, they're going to move further left, and we want to keep them right here. So this is exactly what the evaluator is looking for in this aspect. And if you'll scroll up to A, this tells you how they want you to do it. Create a GUI-based application, which means that must be original to you. You're going to create a login form. Now, if you use exemplars or examples to help you create your own, that's fine, just as long as you do not use it verbatim. You should not write verbatim, not even code, from any source. You should not copy and paste, and you should use as few direct quotes as possible, because this is not an assignment where you're going to present any evidence through the use of directly matching material. This is an assessment where you're being evaluated for your understanding of everything you're reading and everything you're researching. So you don't want to rely on another GitHub repository to complete this task, but you should create the login forms. You should write code, and that should be original to you, including all of these. Add your scheduling functions. Write your code. Write code. Write code. Just pay attention to these right here and use your own sources. And there's another one, write code, and then write code. And then you need to write at least 2 different Lambda expressions to improve your code and create your readme.txt file. And then, of course, demonstrate your professional communication. But what you need to do whenever you're working on any assessment, just adhere to the criteria in the rubric and the task requirements from your own, as to the what and the how, and do it from your own sources. Now I'm sending you a resources email, and in that resources email will be a link to the Writing Center. Now, I don't think they have anyone there who could help you write code. They might be able to point you in the right direction, perhaps. Um, but if you have any, if you need assistance for anything that deals with professional communication, which is demonstrate your professional communication, um, and presentation. But if you have any difficulty ever locating sources or rewriting passages or anything, the Writing Center personnel, they're phenomenal. They know that in order for you to pass these assessments, you have to demonstrate your competency or your understanding through the use of student voice, which would be your words. But if you have any questions whatsoever about this video, or if you need clarification on anything, if I know the answer, I'll tell you, but if I don't, I'll find someone who will. But all you need to do is send me an email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.